far out in the ocean.
It is very, very deep. Deeper than any anchor will go. A blue veil lay over everything.
The soil is as blue as burning brimstone. Down there live the sea folk. Many a night, the mermaid stood by her window and looked up through the dark blue ocean.
Whenever a shadow swept across, she knew that it was either a whale swimming overhead or a ship with human beings aboard.
Little did they dream that a pretty young mermaid was down below.
In the deepest part of the ocean lies
the Sea King's palace, where a royal family of mermaids dwell.
in Walt Disney's version of The Little Mermaid.
Under the sea,
Under the sea,
under the sea.
Under the sea.
The Little Mermaid is portrayed as being a rebellious and ungrateful daughter.
But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
However, in this classic version, true and sacrificial love is demonstrated. Introducing the original tale of
The Little Mermaid.
by Hans Christian Andersen,
Translated by Jean Herschel.
published by Peter Norton.
Printed in China.
The sun had just gone down when the Little Mermaid's head rose above the surface.
A ship.
She swam over to the window of the main cabin.
People.
There was music and dancing, and the handsomest of them all was a young prince.
Oh, how handsome he is.
Rumble, 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 rumble.
There is a rumble deep down in the sea. Oh, they are in for a terrible storm.
Canvas after canvas was spread in the wind, and the waves rose high, and lightning flashed.
The main mast creaked and snapped in two. The prince! The sun rolls over the water, and its beams brought the glow of life back into the cheeks of the prince.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, you would have died if I had not come to help you.
In a little while, she dove back into the sea and returned to her father's palace. What did you see on your visit to the surface?
Her sisters asked her, but she did not respond. Finally, she couldn't bear it any longer, so she told her secret to one of her sisters.
Immediately, all the other sisters found out.
Come, little sister, I know where the prince lives and where his kingdom is. Grandmother?
Yes?
If men aren't drowned, do they live on forever? Don't they die as we do here in the sea?
Yes, they die, but their lifespan is even shorter than ours. We live to be about 300 years old. But when we die, we turn to foam upon the sea. We have no life hereafter, no immortal soul. Human beings, on the contrary, have a soul that live on forever. Just as we rise through the oceans to the lands up above, so they rise through the shining stars to beautiful places unknown, which we shall never see.
I would rather give up my 300 years if I could only be a human for just a day. Perhaps the sea witch will help me.
My dear princess, I am willing to help you. It is very foolish of you, but have it your way. I shall compound a draught, and if you drink of it by sunrise, then your fishtail will shrink,
and shrivel into what people call legs. But it will hurt. Every step you take will feel as if you were treading upon sharp knife blades. Well, are you willing to suffer?
I want to walk like a human and have the prince fall in love with me. Yes, I am willing to suffer.
Once you become a human, you can never be a mermaid again. You can never come and see your sisters or your father's palace. And if you do not win the love of the prince, then your heart will break on the very next morning, and you will become foam upon the sea.
I shall take that risk.
Also, you will have to pay me. You must give me your voice.
But if you take my voice, what will be left of me?
Your lovely form, your gliding movements, and your eloquent eyes. Well, have you lost your courage?
Go ahead.
Stick out your pretty little tongue, and I shall cut it off. Here's your drop. The little mermaid swam over to the prince's palace and climbed up his marble staircase. She drank the bitter draught. It was as if a two-edged sword had struck through her body. Her fishtail disappeared, and she had legs. Who are you?
In front of her stood the handsome young prince. Her eyes looked at him tenderly, but sadly, for she could not speak.
Take my hand.
Every step she took was as if she was treading upon sharp knife blades, but she gladly endured it. Day after day, the little mermaid had become more dear to the prince.
You are very dear to me. You have the kindest heart. But you remind me of a girl I once saw. I was on a shipwreck, and the sea cast me against the shore, and then the youngest of many maidens, she saved my life. She is the only woman in all the world whom I could ever love. The little mermaid thought.
Alas, he doesn't know that it was I who saved his life. I carried him across the sea. He loves the pretty maid more than he loves me. For after the day of his wedding, he will see me dead and turn into watery foam. The bride and the bridegroom.
The prince is wed to a beautiful daughter of the neighboring king.
Everyone cheered, but the little mermaid knew that this was the last night she would see the prince, for whom she had forsaken her home and family, for whom she had forsaken her lovely voice in such constant torment, while the prince knew nothing of these things. A hush came over the ship, and the little mermaid was the only one who remained on deck.
She looked toward the east, towards the rising sun, for she knew that when the sun struck her face, she would die and turn into watery foam. Hurry!
Her sisters, their hair had been cut off.
We have given our hair to the witch so that she might save your life tonight.
Here is a knife. You must strike it into the prince's heart.
When his blood bathes your feet, it will turn into a fishtail. You will be a mermaid again.
Hurry, you must kill the prince.
Go quickly.
He or you must die before sunrise.
She grabbed the knife from her sister's hand and knelt down at the prince's bedside. She kissed his forehead. She looked toward the sky. She looked at the knife and again at the prince. But then she threw the knife over the waves and jumped into the sea and turned into watery foam.
The sun rose over the water, and the little mermaid felt her body rise above the foam.
She rose as light as the air, with her eyes toward the sun.
Immortal